Hello, everyone. My name is Ethel Smith, and the questions that we're going to be discussing today is dealing with racial and gender biases in the STEM field for women of color in higher education. In today's session, there is 5 questions that we're going to discuss, and the first one is, can you describe your experiences with gender and racial biases? Do I have any takers in this for this question?
Yes, I can relate to the racial bias. I have or was in a situation at one of my previous jobs where I had to deal with racial bias. I wanted to move up, but because um, I believe they felt threatened based upon my credentials and my experience, that one of my supervisors would not allow me to move up. Every time I put in for a position, I was turned down. Always, well, we need somebody to work in your current position, and we can't find anyone right now. So it was just consistently I was being turned down based upon my credentials, and I just felt like I was being racially um, against, but it was my own race. So I can say I did experience the racial biasness.
I understand, and that is not a good feeling at all. For the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and move on. In what ways have the biases impacted your professional development and opportunities? Anyone can answer this question. For example, because of these biases, did it hinder you from pursuing like your education further, or did you decide that you was happy with the status quo and you wasn't going to do anything about it?
Okay, well, I can speak on that, especially at that particular place of employment. Um, I stopped trying to apply for positions. So, based upon how I was being treated, I just felt like there's no point of me continuing to apply because I'm going to be continuously turned down for the positions. So, I stopped applying, but then I ended up leaving so that I can further my career.
That's great. That's very good. Number 3, what challenges specific to your gender and race have you encountered in advancing your career? Do we have any takers for number 3?
I'll speak on that. Just working in corporate America, as far as gender biases in certain fields, like sales fields, where it's predominantly males, being a female, it's a little challenging at times. Sometimes you may have, like for instance, with me, majority of the team that I work on are males. So whenever I, of course, am, sometimes it's a little harder to kind of relate to them as well. It's easier for them to build friendships and relationships because they are males, right? So I found that just in my professional career, at times it can, where you're trying to advance in your career, it could be a hindrance.
What support systems are essential for addressing these biases?
Maybe support groups for women of color.
I like that. Yes, I agree.
Probably blogging.
Another good one.
What about podcast?
Yes.
Maybe posting on social media and all different types of media forms such as like YouTube, websites, different things like that, just to put it out there.
Yes, I agree. And also we can also look at LinkedIn and Twitter.
Yeah, social media platforms.
TikTok.
You can. Yeah, the more you put it out there, the more people are going to realize it's a problem.
Number 5, what institutional changes will promote a more equal environment for women of color in STEM?
rebranding DEI, right?
So that would fit that category of what institutional changes would promote a more equal environment for women of color
Absolutely.
if they rebranded
Yeah.
DEI.
Which, that's important, right? To include some of the things are not really focused on,
The topic
yeah.
and not incorporate everything within, but
Yeah, you could cater it more to what we're trying to focus on, right?
I agree wholeheartedly. Also, that would be very supportive because since they want to remove it, and that is an issue that is needed. This has been a very rewarding session. Do you have any more comments you would like to add? Feel free to speak at this time.
I'll say I think this was much needed to kind of get things out, get people's minds going, because honestly, we don't really think about these things going about our everyday lives. It's nothing that we truly think about until you're asked the question, or affected by it. And even when we're affected by it, unless somebody directly comes to you and says something to you, a lot of times we keep that stuff to ourselves. So being able to express ourselves and among women of color, other women of color, it is kind of refreshing to me.
It is.
That is
Refreshing.
I agree.
So would you agree that now that we have discussed these questions, would you be willing to be an advocate for the women of color?
Definitely.
Absolutely. It's something that's needed.
Well, I would like to say thank you for joining in this roundtable discussion. Glass ceilings are meant to be broken, and they will be. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Signing off.